like a I'm a survivor. When I was 5, yeah, I beat the car park mission on Driver. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our WWE Survivor Series 2023 predictions video. My name is Little Andrew Dingle, the current Cultaholic WWE predictions champion, joined by the man who puts the damn in Adam Pacitti. How are you doing, young man?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Yeah, you good?
Shades of Ron Simmons there.
Yeah, yeah. I can't do it quite as good as him, so...
Go on, give it a go.
Damn!
That's not bad.
That's pretty good,
right,
actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Are you looking forward to the pay-per-view?
I'm looking forward to that premium live event.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Goodness gracious. Yeah, you know what? I'm into Survivor Series again
Me
at the
too.
moment, because for a long while, and a lot of it is sort of brand supremacy related stuff, Survivor Series was a Big Four pay-per-view that didn't always feel like a Big Four pay-per-view.
Agreed.
And now it's on fire, isn't it?
It's on fire.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
It's on fire, and they're also... So I went back and had a look at last year's. Only 3 hours long as well, which is
no
insane.
way.
So I guess, you know, the biggest amount of time is obviously dedicated to the WarGames match. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Let's jump straight into predictions. First up, we have the women's WarGames match. We've got Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control's Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. Who are you going to go for in this one, Adam?
Right. This is difficult because I think both of the established teams, rather than the thrown together baby faces, should come out on top.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they're going to go that way. So I'm going to say that Damage Control are going to do this, right?
Okay.
Because it's a reinvigorated Damage Control right
Yes.
now. Different lineup, they could certainly do with the win. So could Judgment Day. So I don't know. This is a bit of a coin toss as far as I'm concerned. But at the same time, like I feel like Shotzi's in there to take the pin.
Oh, she can do something mental and then it go wrong and then someone can take the pin, for sure.
Yeah? For me, it's like she's the odd one out in that lot. And I really like Shotzi as well. No disrespect to her. And, you know, she has a lot of history with Damage Control.
Yes.
She has every right to be in there. But I think she's there because she's going to lose it for Team Babyface. So I'm going Damage Control. It feels like Triple H is going to really invest in Damage Control. It's been a bit of a rocky road, to say the least.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm also going to go for Damage Control as well. As you were talking about sort of like the established teams, I think there's going to be a weak link in both of the established teams. However, even if Bayley might be the weak link here, I still think Damage Control are going to pick up the win. As you were talking there, sort of Triple H maybe investing his stock into Damage Control. We saw recently that, like, he's really down on people who don't take sort of Mexican wrestlers and Japanese wrestlers seriously as well. And I feel like he's actually going to push that. He's going to push the reason why we should sort of invest in these characters.
He said, he doesn't like the perception that they don't invest in Mexican talent, Japanese talent. So you think he's going to prove the naysayers wrong and make a statement? Yeah,
for sure. I think he's going to prove the naysayers wrong. Also, you know, this is Kairi Sane's first big match back in the WWE as well. I think we're going to see her do some really cool stuff too. Some big old elbows off the top of the WarGames structure. I can't wait for it. But yes,
WarGames structure.
The WarGames structure. I think they just call it a cage.
Box-like structure.
Well, it's more like an oblong, really, isn't it? A rectangular-like structure. Yeah, I'm going to go for Damage Control to pick up the win in this one.
Next up, Carlito takes on Santos Escobar in singles action. Who have you got and why?
I spit in the face of people who are going to get pinned in this match. I think Carlito is going to get pinned in this match, and Santos Escobar picks up the win.
It's Carlito's first singles pay-per-view match in 412 years. I read that online.
And he doesn't look a day over 411, bless him. He looks so young. Yes, I think Santos is going to win just to solidify the heel turn a little bit more. We've been hearing reports recently of Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo as well, sort of joining sides maybe with Santos Escobar somewhere down the line, and I think they could play a factor into Santos picking up the win here. Who are you going to go for?
Oh, that's interesting, because I've got Santos as well, but I want him to win clean. I don't want there to be any shenanigans at all, because I think you want to make him look super dominant. Carlito's back for what is essentially a nostalgia run. Lovely to see him back, obviously. But his job now is to put over the next generation of WWE superstar. And so I just have I'd have Santos just destroy the guy. Honestly, I want it to be really uncomfortable. I want it to be uncomfortable. It's like, I used to watch this guy when I was a kid. Who's this bloke? Just killing him. Cool. Why is he treading on his head?
I quite like that, actually.
Well,
maybe that's it instead. Maybe after the match, if there is a beatdown after the match from Santos onto Carlito, maybe that's when, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro come out on the side of Carlito, but then Garza and Carrillo come out on the side of Escobar, level things up.
There you go.
Pick up the big, hello, I'm winning, I'm a heel.
I'm into that. It could go either way, this one still, couldn't it? Because there could be shenanigans. But you're right, the heel turn has just happened. Solidify that with a big win, and a big clean win. I know he's a heel. He can do it in a nasty way. But we know how great he can be when he's vicious.
Oh, absolutely.
Love that side of him.
Yeah.
Smash Carlito's face in. Go on. Not like that.
Oh. Next up, for the Women's World Championship, we have Rhea Ripley defending her title against Zoey Stark. Adam, who are you going for and why?
Zoey Stark is not going to win this match because it's against Rhea Ripley. There's really not that much to say, right, about these Rhea Ripley matches until a challenger comes along who might actually beat her. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Nobody's on her level. She's the bollocks. She's so good.
She is.
She's great. I love watching everything that she does. And, I don't know what else to say, mate. It's Rhea's match, obviously.
Zoey Stark is not going to win this match either. Rhea Ripley. Do you know what? I'm really glad that Zoey Stark is in this position because she's such a good in-ring competitor, but I don't think her promos and stuff are there just yet. I think she needs to be seasoned a little bit more. But putting her in these positions is the way to sort of elevate someone anyway, which is really good. Yeah, so I'm really happy to see it in this position. But yeah, I think ultimately Rhea Ripley's going to absolutely batter her. But not before Zoey gets some nice offense in to make us go, ooh, by X, she's good.
She's great. She is really, really great, and I totally agree this will elevate her. She's not quite ready yet, necessarily. The one thing I've really enjoyed about Rhea's most of her pay-per-view matches is that, she has managed to elevate her opponents. Yeah, for sure. But she's still so far ahead of them because everything she does is so good. Who is that person that beats her?
I don't know at this point.
I think it'll be Mania at the earliest.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think so too.
She's so good.
She is.
Next up, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line as Gunther defends against The Miz. Who have you got on why?
Imperium! Gunther! Gunther from Imperium!
You're so imposing.
Look at me. I'm almost as tall as you now. That's better, thank you. Gunther's got to win the match. Gunther's got to absolutely win the match. The Miz has been on fire recently. I'm genuinely enjoying sort of the crowd getting behind Miz and everything. He's still being a bit of a dickhead, but people are really lapping it up, which I'm like. The thing for me for the Miz this year is that I feel like he's had the go-ahead to just sort of let loose a little bit. His matches have been really, really good recently, and not like they weren't before, but I feel like he's putting that extra bit of spice into what he's doing recently, and I think it makes it easier for us to invest in that. You know, we've seen the Miz on our TV for so many years at this point, but this feels a little bit sort of reinvigorated almost, and I like that about what we're seeing from the Miz. But ultimately, Gunther's going to absolutely chop his boobies off. Who are you going to go for?
It's weird because I saw a lot of people. When Miz started sort of firing up and it became apparent that we were going to get the Miz versus Gunther match, I saw a lot of people going like, I wouldn't mind Miz beating him.
Really? Whoa!
Yeah. No, genuinely, there were a lot of people saying that. I'm not on their side. I think it would be a waste. Miz has done so much already, multi-time Intercontinental Champion already. It doesn't make any sense for him to beat Gunther, but it's absolutely wonderful to see people on Miz's side. He's one of those guys, it's like, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Yeah. When he's off our screens, it'll be like, oh man, he was good, wasn't he? He was really, really good. And the way that he just continues to not fully reinvent himself, but find new ways to connect with the audience and get himself over, I think is great. And this is arguably the first time that Miz has ever felt like a proper organic babyface.
Do you know what? I actually agree as well.
It's just because the last time when he did the stuff with Flair and he was doing all the figure four and all that, didn't work for me at all. Because he is a natural heel, but he's got to the point in his career where it's like, oh man, he's
we
just
see it happen, don't we? We see it with like Randy Orton and everybody as well. You know, these people who we intrinsically think are just like this heelish bad guys. We see them get to that point in their career where they're just having fun, and then we invest in them just having fun. And
it's
we're
enjoyable.
This is incredible to watch.
And Miz always gives it his all.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's still enjoying it. I think the guy's class. But he's going to get his titties chopped off by Gunther. Obviously, Gunther's going to retain.
And finally, we have the men's WarGames match. We've got Cody Rhodes, Seth Freakin Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Randall Keith Orton going up against the Judgment Day's Damien Priest, Finn Balor, Dirty Dom Mysterio, JD McDonagh, and Drew McIntyre. Who are you going to go for, Adam, in this one?
Just as you were reading those names out,
Yeah.
I was like, right, I'm ready to go. Here we go. Judgment Day. That's what I'm going to go for. I've then predicted a clean heel sweep for the entire premium live event, which is a dumb thing to do, but it's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah?
It is what I'm gonna do,
Wow.
yeah. So I think, you look at the two teams, who's taking the pin on the babyface side of things? Maybe Sami. On the heel side of things, one would expect JD McDonagh,
Yeah.
right? Judgment Day are an established unit again, and this is what I was going back to earlier. They should win. They should win.
They should win.
Because they can work together. They've got the advantage.
Yeah, they do.
They should. No, it doesn't mean anything. It's not real, Adam.
It's
not
real.
real.
It's real to me.
Why am I predicting a clean heel sweep? This is dumb, isn't it?
Nah.
This is really dumb. Can we come back to me? Who you go for?
I'm going to go for... do you know what? I've been tossing and turning in bed at night thinking about this one leading up to this. I've
we
been
still talking
waking
about-
up, cold sweats everywhere.
We're still talking about the Rhea Ripley match, right? Me too.
No, I'm going to go for the babyface team to win. I mean, a returning Randall Keith. Do you know what? There's so many factors in this which makes my brain hurt because I feel like on the Judgment Day side of things, you are correct. They're a unit. They should win. However, with everything that's been happening recently, you know, Damien Priest sort of spouting off, oh, I'm the leader. He's like, oh, he's in the spur of the moment, in the heat of the moment. He was like, look, I just said it because that was me. I think he might be the weak link in this match. I think he's the one who's going to get pinned.
Okay.
And I think he is very, very soon about to be ousted from the Judgment Day. And then we kind of maybe get that babyface push up to WrestleMania. Yeah, I think, as I said, Damien Priest, I think, is going to be the one that takes the pin. I think there's been lots of little weaves and threads in this storyline. You know, when Randall was announced on Monday night, we saw on Twitter, Damien Priest was like, after that fact, Damien Priest was like, Randy, you should pick up your telephone. I want to talk to you and whatever. I feel like Damien's going to be... Throughout the evening, I feel like Damien's going to be like, look, guys, I've got this, don't you panic. Hey, Randall Keith wants a snack, always a snack, let me tell you that. And I think Drew's going to be like, hey, excuse me, pal, I don't know if Randall Keith works like that, but and then that's going to work against Damien Priest, and that, you know, Randy maybe doesn't side with the heels at all, and he sticks with the baby faces, maybe at least until the end, when they get the win, and then he might turn on Jey Uso, because why not? That'd be quite nice.
Yeah, you're giving this a lot of thought.
I have given this a lot of thought, but. Again, as you were saying, sort of they're the team though. They're the actual cohesive unit, the Judgment Day, and therefore I would like them to win, but I don't think they're gonna win. Babyfaces for the win. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I've thought about it. It's going to be really pissing boring if I just choose the same as you, because then we differ on absolutely now. So, Adam Pacitti is predicting a clean heel sweep for the entire evening. It's the stupidest thing I've ever done. I've done a lot of stupid things in these predictions contests. I'm going for the Judgment Day. I might get lucky there. Tell you what, let's make it even more fun.
Oh, okay.
Extra point to CM Punk turn up. We've got to talk about it.
Well, I guess we do have to talk about it. I personally don't think he's turning up. I know there's been a lot of teasers recently. WWE themselves have been like, oh, I don't know about these teasers, pal. It's been them that are sort of like putting them out there in the ether a little bit. But I don't think he's going to turn up. Do you think he's going to turn up?
No, that was fun. Right, I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Well then, yes. I'll say yes then, just to make it interesting. I'll say he'll turn up.
Okay.
In a video package or something.
In a video pack? Well, they're just gonna, they're
he's
not
at
gonna,
home.
they're not going to bring him out in front of the Chicago crowd. He's just sat there watching Mean Girls on telly.
Why not?
Why the hell
Because
not?
he's a mean boy. There you go.
That's it from us, isn't it?
Yeah, it
The
is.
outro.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. You will have what happened on the channel. You will have the WTF moments on the channel. You will have live reactions from myself and this lovely man here over on youtube.com/cultaholic/live on Saturday. So please do look out for that as well. We'll have news, plenty of lists, all the goodness going out throughout the weekend. But until then,
Down on my knees, mate. You look even more impressive.
Thank you. I am a big boy champion, and I will retain. Bow to me, little bitch. Bye.